It's 845 AD, and the Vikings of Ragnar Lothbrok have landed in Paris, and they're here to sack, pillage, and plunder the city of Paris, the capital of the Frankish Empire. What's up, guys, and welcome back. I'm PopeJohnPaul, and we're here with another Total War Attila battlefield today, and we are using the 642 Dark Ages mod for Attila Total War. And this is a brilliant scenario that we did. It was a really fun one to do, and since I'm a big fan of the series of Vikings, I'm currently watching it at the moment. I felt like we had to show off the sack of Paris, what is possibly one of the most audacious sackings at this period in history. The Vikings, not really renowned for attacking the west, and led by Ragnar Lothbrok, perhaps. It's not obviously confirmed that he was there, but possibly they sacked Paris and plundered the city to absolute to all ends, really. They just robbed everything available to them. But yeah, so we have a huge Viking army here, over 8,000 Vikings here. There were about 3,000 to 4,000 Vikings there in history, so we've got double that, and we have defending about 5,500 Franks. The Franks, Balance Power says that the Franks aren't going to have a good chance of this, but the Franks infantry is much better. It's just that the numbers in this mod just kind of it makes it the balance power kind of bug out of it. But yeah, the quality of Frankish infantry is much better than that of the Vikings. But you can see here that they're ready, these Franks. They're gonna hold this line for their king. Obviously, this is 642, so the units are kind of still a little bit dated. They need to be it needs to be a little bit different. The Vikings are very good for the period, to be honest. They look very Viking-like. They've got their classic, as you can see, the classic helmet there. They've got the beard and everything, sword ready, looking glorious. So they look like they're ready to go. Unfortunately, Paris, yeah, the map for Paris, you can land on the walls, but you have to land specifically on top of one of these ways to come down. Otherwise, you have to open up breaches and go through. So as you can see, we have some Viking spearmen here, ready to go in. They're going to be first into the line, and they're going to be facing off against some of these Frankish swords. But if you're enjoying seeing, any scenario battle at the moment on the channel, and you've got any scenarios that you'd like me to do, please put them down in the comments. Also, feel free to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and a comment show your support. Look at the axes. They're throwing axes. I don't know if you can see that. They are throwing. Look, there is an axe that's just being thrown. Instead of jabbies, these guys are throwing axes. I love that. And the Vikings have the same. That they'll just throw axes. And these axes are nasty. So one hit, one kill, basically. But yeah, as we're working towards 3K subs, feel free to leave your support. It's very much appreciated. And yeah, I can't thank you guys enough for all of the support on the videos, past, present, and future. But yeah, I think these units look awesome. I love the capes and stuff they have going on. Look very nice. The helmets as well look really good. These are my best spears available to me, and they're having a rough time. They've already lost about 60 odd men. I'm now sending in some axes, trying to get them in. You can see we have actually killed a lot of this melee infantry unit, though. We are about to open up another breach here. I decided that it's time to open up another breach to get through. I have another spear unit here as well, fighting in combat. This one's also had a really rough time. It was losing, and now I put it in shield wall. It seems having a lot more success if we fight around some weird shop here. There you go. We have this other wall coming down. My ally is still here, ready and waiting to go in as well. He's got a lot of Huskarls here, bringing all the Huskarls from Denmark, Norway, and Sweden, probably. There they are, all going by. Look at them. The two-handed axes, menacing. I've got all the swords probably available to the Danish. They look awesome. They really do. But yeah, in history, they may have actually, if you've seen the Viking series, then you know what I'm talking about. But if you haven't, then I fully recommend going and checking it out. It's a really fun series to watch. And certainly, if you're in lockdown like I am, you got a good series there to binge. But yeah, in history, they may have, in the show, used siege towers on rafts, and then attack the city from boat like that on siege towers and rafts, which is really cool. An amazing innovation by the Vikings. It shows how smart Ragnar Lothbrok was if he was there. But yeah, sadly we couldn't sail up the Seine and attack from inside the city, because that would be really cool. Unfortunately, we have to deploy outside the city, so unfortunately, yeah, we couldn't have our landing force that landed inside the city. They have a lot of reserves here, though, the Franks, and they're ready just to defend this one choke point here. They're going to wait for the entire Viking army that's on this side to land, and they'll just fight over one choke point. And yeah, the city is starting to burn. Actually, we've got it to 2%, so you can see that the fire is starting to spread a little bit. So that's really good. We're already starting our plundering. And they're in here now, fighting away. These madmen, these Vikings, all they want is Valhalla. They want a glorious death in Valhalla. And there was a really bad hit there. I actually got a lot of friendly fire. But also this one got a lot of enemy, hit a lot of enemies. So it's kind of like a decent trade, I guess. I mean, I'd rather not have any friendly fire shots, but at least one hit the enemy lines out of the 2 shots. I think I basically used up all my ammo anyway, destroying the walls. Okay, the spear line not doing much in the way of there. You can see my axes again struggling to break through here. Look at this, losing slightly. It's because of the archers. I really need to flank around, but they just kept getting caught in combat, which is very annoying. Very, very annoying. Look at that, all in there, fighting away. Heads being cleaved off. Pagans fighting Christians. Vikings fighting Franks. And yeah, we captured the gates, but obviously Attila, being its stupid thing, just destroys the entire gate and the towers, and we broke there as we capture it. So I lost an entire unit for nothing really there, which is unfortunate. I mean, I killed a fair few of these guys, but not enough. And you can see I'm sending in some more Vikings now. I'm actually pretty short on infantry. I'm nearly out. So my ally will be taking over pretty soon on this flank. You can see that the axes, yeah, they're coming in. And in they clash. Another line of fighting going on here. Some brutal choke points going to be taking place here. It's a battle of choke points is this one. Unfortunately, the Franks don't have any really cool defenses like they do in the series. I won't spoil anything for anyone that's not watched it. But they do have some really cool defenses at Paris, which probably aren't historical, but they're fun to watch. It makes it more thrilling to watch the siege. These axes as well, they are treated like shock infantry, and they have a shield. So they're really, really nasty. We have cavalry in here actually. It's got some heavy Frankish shock cavalry that's trying. I don't know what it's even doing, but it's getting involved in the combat here. And the thing is that the Franks have the advantage of having all these archers. They have lots and lots of archers, you can see here, and they have crossbows as well. So yeah, they have, because our archers are not great, so we just didn't bother bringing it. We just decided we're going to mass infantry and go through like that. And as you see, I'm being pushed back from this spot as well. And there you go, breaking. And the Franks have won here, and they're actually going to push forward in a moment. You can see we are spilling in more swords now, and we have my allies now coming up with some swords. But yeah, we just decided there's no point bringing archers. We'll just bring all swords. So that's an advantage that the defenders have on us. That, archers in this game as well destroy units. 642, they do a lot of damage. They will take down units left, right, and center. I've seen them get hundreds of kills. There you go, more javies being thrown off. I think our swords have javies, but everyone else has an axe. So it's a weird one. But we are starting to hold here, but this blobbing up is not helping us. I'm sending more units in because we're starting to lose and waver. But all that's causing is more, a bigger target, as you can see here, for the archers. And these guys are getting focused down. So we're in a really sticky position here. But we still have the numbers. All we have to do is grind them down. I just need to keep sending men in. And you can see here, I'm losing already. This is my best sword of infantry as well. And I'm getting cut down. Getting cut down. I think the Vikings on the other side are about to land on the walls. Yeah, you see, this player decided to land them exactly on top of this little way down, I guess you call it, sort of tower, but it's not really I guess stairway, I should just call it. So they can actually get off the wall, which is kind of a bit unfortunate that this map is kind of broken. I will leave a link to it in the description if you do want to play on this map. It is still a very fun one, even though it's slightly broken. But yeah, it is a really, really fun map. If you want to recreate your own sack of Paris, feel free to do so. Let me know if you do. Certainly, it's a very fun scenario. Just a shame we can't have, like I said, naval units. We've got more swords going in now. I'm trying to just trap all of these units in the over here, and we're starting to flank them here as well. As they, if the Franks had stayed in this choke point here, they would have been fine. But they're like overextending themselves, and they're getting flanked by the Vikings now, who just don't care. They'll fight on. They'll do any sort of move necessary. They want to go to Valhalla. They'll risk their lives for anything. They just want a glorious death. And then they can fight with Odin and their forefathers in Valhalla. See, quite a lot of these swords actually don't have swords in their hands. I think that might be broken. Maybe that's why we're losing, because they don't actually have swords in their hands. See, over this side, we try to rush for the gate. They actually recaptured the gate. And unfortunately, we couldn't capture this sword unit outside the walls. But we did get a few Javis off. Get a few of them in the back. This choke point over here we actually are beating this unit, apparently. But I'm not really sure. Cavalry in here, look at this. Looks glorious, it really does.
Our men run from the enemy. This is shameful.
Yes, we need to kind of hold that flank a little long. We need to get more infantry in there, spill a bit more in. We've got some more axes coming in by looks, but they're going to try and hold this line. But their archers are starting to run out of ammo. You can see here we've got some out of ammo. I mean, these ones here are all full, though. That's really not good. We need to get rid of them as quickly as possible. Over on the other side, you can see that the Vikings are about to capture the gate, so they can then just spill their army, and that's just the more effective way of getting all the troops in, and I'd agree. Fortunately, they're getting focused down. Look at this. Attila's towers, man, they're just so nasty. I wish they just would sort this out. No one likes this. Why couldn't CH decide that, like, I don't even, again, as well with destroying them, I don't agree with that. CH should just get rid of the whole, like, just make towers like they are in Rome 2. They're perfectly good in Rome 2. Why can't they be like that? There you go. They're finally breaking these units that have been holding it for so long, and we're now into archers. So that's easy kills for us here. These poor, like, archers, these peasants, are just about to face men that have been fighting since they were young and are ready to fight to the death for Valhalla. And yeah, they're getting Javi down. They lost 50 men from Javis there. In they go. These guys are going to get cut down. The big, broad shields. Doing what they can. Oh god, so many people getting killed with axes thrown at them. Where are they even axes having thrown at them? Might be these Frankish guys here, or those. Yeah, it might be these swords actually, but here we go. Cavalry coming in for the Frankish. This is what they excel in, their cavalry. See the axes just flying over. They look awesome. They're so deadly. One hit and you're dead. And here they come, the cavalry. They're going to go in and they're going to try and rout this Viking force that is here. And they're doing a good job. They are winning here, apparently. Need some more Vikings here. More Vikings in. We could do with sending this cavalry in as well. We have actually broken through here. You can see I have got a Viking unit in behind. A Viking band, I'm pretty sure this is what it's called, or something like that. And they're actually going after crossbows. Chasing them down. Over on the other side, they are just about to, well, they've captured the gate and they're now just about to attack here. This Frankish unit better be ready. It needs to form a shield wall or something like that. And over there they can just see the hordes of heathens arriving, ready to sack, pillage and rape this city. You better be ready, men. Better be ready. For God's enemies are upon us. Yes, whoever said it's going to hurt, they are correct. It's very much going to hurt. Here comes that first unit. I kind of want to see what happens here. Look at the axes. Oh my gosh, and all the men falling. And they're throwing axes back. Oh no, they're throwing jabbies, I think. But yeah, look at those axes. They are just annihilating this unit. There you go, the Vikings clash, but there's hardly any of them left.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
Yeah, this unit's already losing decisively. I mean, though they did a pretty poor charge, they've still killed 15, 20 guys. Probably with the axe shots, like throwing, and also with the charge. Look at this catapult as well. You can just fire in this massive blob of stuff here. It's actually saying its own city of light, which is not a good idea. There actually are up to 12 settlement damage, which is -2 morale, which is pretty big. See over here, we've got cavalry coming in here now. Oh, this is going to be a concern. This cavalry here, you can see, is about to be able to charge into the back of these swords or into the back of these swords here. It's got a few options up its sleeve, but yeah, as you can see, the swords here getting ready. We're trying to counter-charge them here with the swords, but it does not matter. Here comes the Frankish cavalry. It sort of stopped, but then sort of didn't, and there it charges in. Very nice. In they go. And that unit's probably losing decisively now for the Vikings. Yeah, look at that. That was a fresh unit. And that's nearly did. I was so disappointed when I saw that happen. I'm basically out of infantry at this point. I've got a little bit left here and there, but I'm basically out. It's down to my ally with all his Huskarls. And he is going to have to take the day here. The Franks are still putting up a fight, though. Annoying. Look at all these Huskarls. There's angry men. Franks are starting to break on this side, though. They have archers in combat here as well. Crossbows at full ammo. That's a big loss that these guys got sent in. And now look at this. The Vikings are breaking through and they're going to be able to cross this bridge here. And there's so many archers waiting for them. They don't have enough infantry to protect all the archers, I feel. So the Franks, I see they're retreating. They probably could do with sending some cavalry across. They've got artillery here as well. If they have any cavalry, maybe this cavalry general could, like the Salic Lancer here, could just charge across and just try and halt them. Get a good charge for sure. Could do with getting archers on this wall if they could get archers here on the wall. That'd be cool. But yeah, they are slowly coming across. They're going to capture this gate in a moment, or this passageway. And yeah, they're sending up some swords now. Desperately sending up some swords. Here they come. I've just seen this as a sword unit, but it's got an axe in hand. There you go, they captured the towers. They probably lost more men doing that. They've pushed back the Vikings once again. And more keep coming. There's just endless stream of them. Look at them, they're wearing bearskins as well. They're very, very scary. And in they come, stream after stream of them. They are still winning though, the Franks here. The Frankish infantry is so nasty. They have actually got cavalry in behind. There is another way through. And we have got some Frankish cavalry and Danish cavalry going in to engage. I think the Frankish cavalry should win. It is superior. Yeah, it's winning slightly. They need to get some more cavalry coming in here. Look at that. Help pin it down. I mean, it's melee cavalry, so as time goes on, they should start to win that. Fire arrows going off. Looks glorious, but they are going to risk burning their own city. Look at this, burning their own city. Cutting down all the Franks. Look at the fire in the background as well. This is how a Viking sacking goes. See over here, they're still holding on to the Franks, just about. They have so much cavalry holding back. I mean, there's actually only one like infantryman here. Or there's like a couple of infantryman units, and there's so much cavalry here. I'm, like I said, basically out. It's down to all these Huskarls, these fresh Huskarls. If the cavalry can get some good charges on them, they've got a good chance of winning that. Over on this side, though, it is looking pretty dire. The Vikings are very deep into the city. The cap point is only, like, here. Where is it? There it is. There you go. That's where the cap point is. By this church, which is on fire. The Vikings will be pleased to see that church on fire. Fighting over an onager now. Onager has now been demobilized. And they're on fire as well. It's glorious. It really does. Look at that. Attila can be beautiful if it wants to be. The Vikings are really pushing now. They can sense the gold, the glory. So close. Literally a fingertip away. Cut them down, boys. You'll be well rewarded. Either in Valhalla or the Mountain of Gold. There's a place in heaven as well for the Franks when they die. That'll be what their commanders are shouting. The general here has actually broken. Sailing Lancer has broken. This cavalry here is now having a fight. I mean, I think it's still got the attack order of taking out those cavalry, because that's why it's trying to, like, not pull through, but just like, well, I guess it is sort of pulling through, but it's not really. Now it's sword versus sword, and you've got these really nasty swords here, and the Franks going to be holding the line. I think they're attacking the enemy general is dead, though. That is the Sailing Lancer, I believe, has just died, and you can see that we are chasing down the last few sword units as they're turning some more swords around to deal with this side. This side is actually going to have to deal with all of the Vikings. This Viking force that joined late is the first into the main city, into the citadel. Me and my ally over on this side still chasing down the last few units. We fought a good portion of the Frankish army today, not the Saxons. The Saxons are certainly not here. You can see the other general here is losing for the Franks. Being forced back. How they must hold on. Actually sending in Javis. I think that must just be a misclick or something. But the Vikings sending in Javis. Oh, I guess it doesn't really matter because that general unit is broken. How much of the city's on fire now? 27% of the city is on fire or being on fire. Look, this whole front over here is just destroyed. And here you go. You can start to see a lot of wavering units now. They realize that it's at an end. Their generals have been killed. With no commanders, there is no hope. Retreat, men! Retreat to the citadel! The Vikings are... There's too many of them! They are too fierce! Look at the Vikings. They're just powering on. Trying to force their way through. Javi's flying over more. Look at this. Vikings now surrounding this final sword unit. Brave sword unit here holding on. Oh, this is a dire situation to be in. Be surrounded by bloodthirsty Vikings. You just got to kill as many as possible before you eventually get killed yourself. So many beheadings going on. The Vikings want trophies.
Enemy units have returned to the battle.
There you go. I think that's the final unit breaking. Or maybe not. There's still actually a unit all the way over here. This is a wavering unit. This actually just rallies. It arrives at the citadel. I think we did stop a unit here. We did capture a unit here. And chop it to pieces with our Huskarls. And yeah, the last few units are just these archers and swords. And then that is it. That's all that they've got to deal with now. So the Vikings are going to take Paris. I mean, they did kill a good... they did kill a good bunch of Franks. The Franks kill a lot of the Vikings. The Vikings only have half their strength left. So it would have been very, very close if there was another Frankish army. But they were vastly outnumbered in history. And that's like how the Vikings win in history, I think, in the end. It's just the numbers. The defenses of Paris were very strong. But the numbers of the Vikings in the end just told. And also Ragnar Lothbrok, with his genius, also managed to help take the city. There you go. You can see the final unit breaking here. And that is going to be the sack of Paris. And the Vikings have sacked it once again. A Pyrrhic victory, apparently, for the Vikings. So, that's always that. But yeah, I was playing as as Denmark, as the first Viking army that went in. I had a few units left that were fresh, but everything else got killed on the walls. I had a really rough time. I mean, I got some good kills. 182 here with this axe unit. 177 with these swords. 233 here. In fact, even better. So yeah, I did quite well. My cavalry did nothing amazing, but it was just there for if there was any sallies. Then we have Mythic Yeet, who's playing as another Viking army. Again, some pretty average kills with the swords, 165. 125 with these berserkers here, though. They were really fun to watch. 364 kills with the skirmishers, though. This shows how good Javis and missiles are in this game. Then we have Heads here, who's playing as the final Viking army, who had all the Huskars. And yeah, his swords got well in there and did a lot of work, getting 178 kills. Again, not too bad there. Can't complain about that. He had one Huskar unit getting 224 kills and still has green freshness. Has a lot of men left. So they did really, really well. So yeah, that shows how dangerous those Huskars were. But yeah, they are all the attackers. Then we have Anisvara here, who is playing as Nusri Burgundy, which is another Frankish faction, but it is one of the Frankish. It's a Frankish faction anyway. 137 kills with his swords. His axes getting 115. His archers was not doing so well, but his crossbows, who I guess have got really good armor piercing, 117. His cavalry, 208 kills. Very, very nice. And then we have Dodgegob, who is playing as the other Frankish army, who has his swords did did as well, if anything better. He got 162 kills here. His axes did really well, getting 177, 171. His archers did really well, 165, 124. And his crossbows getting 111, and his catapult getting 64. So not too shabby there either. But anyway, guys, if you enjoyed the sack of Paris in 845, not 865, 845 AD, then do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and leave a comment to show your support. And until next time, Legions, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.